This one's got me scratching my head. It lands on the scale at over a kilogram unbuilt, yet it is marketed as an entry board. It feels dense, refined, and sounds way too good for the price. Neo Studio calls it the Neo65 Core Plus, but is this still Core when it is this polished? Let's find out. Hey everyone, welcome back to Scoop Bar. Today we're taking a look at the Neo65 Core Plus, a 65% board that takes the original Core and adds a few quality of life upgrades. We'll compare it with the Core and the CU model, talk about what's new, and see what does Neo mean by the Plus moniker. If you enjoy deep dives into keyboard, balances value, and performance, go ahead and like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on our next build. Straight out the box, the Core Plus feels more substantial than its predecessor. The unibody aluminum case, slim bezels, and the gentle side slope give it a clean, minimalist look. At 1.33 kilograms with the brass weight or 1.42 kilograms with copper, it is almost as heavy as the CU series, and it also keeps the same pogo-pin connector the CU introduced. You get everything you need to build. Case, PCB of your choice, solder or wired, hot swap or tri-mode. Plate, carbon fiber, aluminum or polypropylene. O-ring, dumbbell style gasket, PE sheet, PCB foam, case feet, stabs, and even a plate fork. The starting price is $105 for a plateless solder build. With a brass weight, the wired hot swap builds land at around $135 to $140. And copper weight adds $15 more. Considering how polished this feels, the price is pretty good. But before we dig into the details, let's hear a quick sound test versus our reference board. Neo Studio and Keygeek have been around for a few years now, and their track record is quite solid. They deliver the QK65 and the Neo65 Core projects on schedule and continue selling spare parts for those boards long after the group buy has ended. So after sales support is as good as any. We work with them on multiple builds and they've never ghosted a project or abandoned a product line. They are as good as a manufacturer as they come. The Core Plus builds on the original Core's philosophy. Keep things simple but refine the essentials. It still uses a unibody aluminum case like the Core, but borrows the CU pogo-pin connector for easy assembly and teardown, as well as a hefty weight. Inside, raised acoustic ridges break up the cavity and adds fullness without needing foam. Now, the most noticeable change is the redesigned plate. Both the aluminum and carbon fiber options now feature a long relief cut above the spacebar. On paper, this slot should tame the spacebar's harshness, but even out the feel. In my usage, it feels about the same. I couldn't really tell a huge difference from the original 65 core. The board also retains a dual mount system, so you can build it with a 38 O-ring or the dumbbell gaskets. I love the flexibility, but I would love to see Neo offer different gasket hardness to allow further customization. Considering this board is aimed at newcomers, so allowing people to try out different firmness for their tight feel is a great option to have. Even with these upgrades, Neo kept the plate choices quite conservative. You have carbon fiber for a higher pitch, aluminum for balance, and polypropylene for a deeper sounding profile. I would love to see a black polypropylene plate and maybe some colored weights down the road. I prefer the plate to be more or less hidden after it's built, so the current white polypropylene plate can stand out. While copper and brass are beautiful colors, but having some more variety, or for people who prefer monotone look, is a nice option to have. The plate fork is the same one from the Neo60 Core, and if you misplace it, pulling the assembly out becomes a bit tricky. If you do lose it, you can push down from the top toward the bottom of the case and pull, but be careful to not bend anything. Visually, the Core Plus sticks with a simple Core's aesthetic. Thin side bezels, a slightly thicker forehead and chin, and a smooth wedge profile. The orbit logo on the weight is still there, which some people don't love, but the engraving is crisp and the finish is smooth thanks to an improved anodizing process. Neo introduced some new colors like jade, heather purple, and slate blue alongside classics like silver and Mont Blanc. Sparkle white even has subtle micro glitter in it. It's a good range, but I would love to see color bottom cases and weights for more customization. The Core Plus has a bright, resonant sound signature, more lively than the CU's deeper copper bottom tone. The interior ridges and the airy cavity gives notes a clean ring. Even without foam, the board sounds full, though PE and PCB foam are included if that fits your preference better. The dual mounting system genuinely changes the feel. The included O-ring build is soft with plenty of vertical give, but some people might prefer a firmer O-ring. I personally enjoy the livelier feel of the dumbbell gaskets. The relief cut above the spacebar does soften it slightly, but honestly, I didn't hear a dramatic difference versus the original 65 core. Here's a quick sound comparison between the Core Plus and the 65 core, using Cherry MX Black on aluminum so you can judge for yourself. For those curious about long pulse switches, we've tested the Kailh BCP versus a custom Cherry MX Black with Chubs tactile stem on aluminum plate. Listen and see how the plate material and switch profile changes the tone. Finally, we try HMX KO1 and Keygeek Blue Cheese on polypropylene plate with foam to demonstrate the softer and lower sounding end of the spectrum. Let us know in the comments which sound signature you like best. This kit sits in a strange spot. By name, it is meant to be Neo's entry board, yet it almost feels mid-range. For newcomers, this is a fantastic first nice keyboard. You get dual mounting, solid build, and meaningful acoustic tuning at a price that undercuts the QK65, Monsgeek M series, and the Keychron Q series while matching or beating them on quality. For veterans, it is a fun platform to experiment with plates and mounts without spending $300. That said, the $30 premium over the standard core blurs Neo's lineup. It might make more sense for the core series to adapt these improvements and retire the old core rather than running two similar boards. I also hope Neo moves towards ZMK firmware for better wireless efficiency and post their VIA files directly. At the moment, VIA isn't supported out the box, so you need to load a JSON file yourself. Making key mapping keys a little bit easier is a very good quality of life improvement for newcomers and beginners. The Neo65 Core Plus is a thoughtful iteration on the core. It keeps the unibody simplicity but adds pogo-pin connectivity, a smarter plate design, and a more polished finish. The dual mount system genuinely changes the feel, and the board offers enough plate options to cover most of the sound profiles. It's an excellent entry plus kit. Great for beginners, yet versatile enough for enthusiasts. But that raises a question, should the Core Plus replace the core entirely? At this price, it feels like a new baseline. I would love to see Neo offer multiple gasket hardness, explore ZMK for wireless, add color match bottom cases and weights, and maybe make that polypropylene plate black. Personally, my ideal build is a wired hot swap with aluminum plate and a lone pulse switch, and just let the board natural acoustic shine. The relief cut didn't really revolutionize the spacebar, and the new gaskets mainly makes the disassembly a little bit easier. Still, the Core Plus is a polished, enjoyable board that punches above its weight. Thanks for watching. If you have thoughts on where the Core Plus fits in Neo's lineup, drop a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this review. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.